Yeah, good evening, everyone. We will go ahead and start this meeting. I'd like to welcome you to the City Council meeting of August 6, 2026. The time is 6 p.m. If we could start off with roll call, please, Aubriana.
Bates.
Here.
Mangum.
Here.
Nichols.
Here.
Paulson.
Here.
Satterfield.
Here.
Swanson.
Here.
Dahlquist.
Here. And before we go further, I would like to announce that tonight's meeting, it's a good thing you're here in person because it is not being live streamed. We've had a few technical difficulties. However, it is being recorded and it will be matched up with audio. So if you'd like to watch this later, you certainly can, but there's not a live broadcast tonight. So with that, we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. And after the pledge, if you would please remain standing, as we'll have Pastor Don Whitaker, representing Mountain Valley Baptist Church, give the invocation.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, it looks like we don't have the pastor for the invocation here this evening. So if we could have a moment of silence, and with that, I will announce that on Saturday, we did lose one of our employees from utility billing. His name was Jason Davey. So if we could have a moment of silence, and please even remember Jason and your thoughts. Thank you. Okay, we will start off with the consent agenda. I have had a request from Councilman Bates that we pull one item off the consent agenda and have a separate discussion and vote. But first of all, for the items remaining on the consent agenda, the following business items may be approved by one motion and a vote. If any one member of the council so desires, any matter listed can be moved to a separate agenda item. A, minutes. Council may wish to waive the oral reading of the minutes and approve the minutes from the following meetings. Clarification and regular council meetings of May 7 and May 21, 2026. City Council work session and City Council budget development meetings of May 14th. And special City Council Town Hall meeting of July 20th, 2026. B, material claims. Council may wish to approve the material claims for the period of July 16 through July 31, 2026. C, Parks and Recreation Advisory Board reappointment. Council may wish to confirm the mayor's reappointment of Tana Wilkes to continue serving as a member of the Parks and Recreation Advisory Board representing Pocatello School District 25. Tanya's term will begin August 19, 2026 and expire August 19, 2028. Then moving on to E, fiscal year 2024 audit acceptance. Council may wish to accept the annual comprehensive financial report for fiscal year ending September 30, 2024, as approved by the Investment and Audit Committee on May 26, 2026.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move that we approve the consent agenda, items A, B, C, and E as outlined.
Second.
Thank you. We have a first from Councilman Mangum, a second from Councilman Paulson. Aubriana, please call the vote.
Mangum.
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
Bates.
Yes.
Nichols.
Yes.
Satterfield.
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Thank you. We now have agenda item 3D, council decision appeal of conditional use permit. Council may wish to adopt its decision regarding the appeal of CUP 26-003 and affirm the hearing examiner's decision of the CUP 26-003. Councilman Bates, do you have a comment?
I just wanted to say thank you, Mayor, for allowing us to separate this on the agenda. And I recognize that this item will most likely be approved, but I just welcome the opportunity to cast my vote separately on this particular item.
Sure. Yes, please.
This question is for legal. If, say we were to, so voting on this just ratifies the decision, correct?
Correct. This is the formalization of the decision made by the council 2 weeks ago
Okay.
or 3 weeks ago.
So if we vote in denial of that decision, what is the outcome?
That means that you don't believe that the decision actually indicates what the council's decision was in that meeting 3 weeks ago, and we would need to get direction from the council as to how you would like that decision to be prepared so that you can accept it as the council's decision.
Okay.
It doesn't change the outcome of the appeal. It just is a memorialization and a documentation of that decision.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
I'd move to approve agenda item D as outlined.
Thank you. Okay, so Nichols, okay, we have a first from Councilman Paulson, a second from Councilman Nichols. Aubriana, please call the roll.
Paulson,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Bates,
No.
Mangum,
Yes.
Satterfield,
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
The agenda item 4 is proclamations. We do not have any formal proclamations this evening. However, this is the part of the meeting where we do like to acknowledge and recognize residents that have gone out of their way and done a good act of service. As you might know, there is the initiative going on in Idaho for all citizens to complete 250,000 acts of service. With that, the city of Pocatello has put the word out that we fully support this, and if there are any individual items that deserve special recognition, they can call the mayor's office and we'll send out a recognition letter and recognize them at a future council meeting. So tonight we do have 2 people to recognize, or 2 companies, I should say. First one is J.R. Simplot Company in care of Andrea Gum. We do have the cooling shelters across the city. We have 3 of them here at City Hall. We have the library and the animal shelter. When we put the word out, we had a couple of generous folks reach out and they've supplied bottled water. J.R. Simplot Company did provide several cases of bottled water for the cooling shelters, and we did want to acknowledge that. I don't see Andrea here tonight, or is there anyone here from J.R. Simplot? Okay, didn't think so. The other one, just kind of the same reason. Miracle Ear Hearing Center, Uzman Mirza stepped up to the plate as well. And Miracle Ear did bring in more cases of bottled water and granola bars for the cooling shelters. So do we have Uzman or anyone here from Miracle Ear? Okay, so just even though they're not here, if we could give both entities a big round of applause for their support. Agenda item 5 is the calendar review. First of all, we have council meetings. August 13th at 9 a.m. is a city council work session. September 3rd, 5:30 p.m., council clarification meeting, followed by the regular city council meeting at 6 p.m. Other events, August 8th at 8 a.m. is the Summer Sizzler Fun Run. Contact the Parks and Recreation Department for more information. 10 a.m. on August 8th is Chubbuck Days Parade and Community Festival at Cotat Park in Chubbuck. I believe we do have a couple of council members taking part in the parade from Pocatello. At 6 p.m. also on August 8th, from 6 to 10 p.m., Molinelli's Jewelers has the Rock the Block Party fundraising event on Main Street. So please go support that, and please remember to support the historic downtown businesses during the closure of the underpass. August 23rd, Ross Park Aquatic Center, that's the last day of the season. Can't believe we're saying that already. August 24th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., Welcome Back Orange and Black event for ISU students. That's taking place at Lookout Point in historic downtown. August 24th to September 7th, annual maintenance for Community Recreation Center. The front desk will remain open, but all other areas will be closed for maintenance. August 29th is the annual Portneuf River cleanup from 10 a.m. to noon. Meet at the Pacific Recycling Trailhead. Bring work gloves and other tools to help clean the river of trash and debris. Contact the Science and Environment Division here at the City of Pocatello for more information. There is still the open burn ban happening in the wildlife urban interface areas. Due to the high heat we're experiencing, the following facilities will serve as cooling shelters to those in need. Hours are and locations, first of all, City Hall, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Then Saturdays and Sundays, that's open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Animal shelter, that cooling shelter is Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Closed Sundays, pets are welcome at that location. The Marshall Public Library is the third site. Monday through Thursday, the hours are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday, they're 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and closed on Sunday. Lastly, schools will be starting soon. Please slow down in the school zones.
Mr. Mayor, I
Yes.
just wanted to add the Molinelli's Jewelers Rock the Block Party is a fundraiser for the Idaho Food Bank.
Okay. Yeah, great. Thank you. Another reason to support that. Item 6, items from the audience. This time has been set aside to hear items from the audience not listed on the agenda. Items which appeared somewhere else on the agenda will not be discussed at this time. That includes discussion about the data center because we did pull that off the consent agenda. The council is not allowed to take any official action at the meeting on matters brought forward under the agenda item. Agenda items will either be referred to the appropriate staff or scheduled on a subsequent agenda. You must sign in at the start of the meeting in order to be recognized. You have a 3-minute time limit for each speaker. We do have 2 that signed in this evening, if I can find my clipboard. Okay, sorry. All right, Shelley Martin, if you'd like to come forward and talk about the Center Street underpass, it looks like. Okay, sure, and you're welcome, Shelley, like any comments for now if you'd like. Okay, thank you. Maybe I just contradicted myself, so never mind. Okay, Stephen Adams, discussion about flock cameras.
I'm Stephen Adams, live here in Pocatello. My address is on the form. Anyway, the big subject today is flock cameras and what they're doing, the response they're getting all across the United States. In Fort Collins, Colorado, the police chief came out speaking how the city had, because of public concern, that they had decided to discontinue their flock camera use and their contract. Also, in Pinal County, Arizona, another case of the same thing. And a big one, LA, Los Angeles, California. Their contract was, I think, around $428,000 a year. And they decided, because of public concern, to withdraw those contracts too and not renew them. The Fourth Amendment of the Bill of Rights speaks clearly on the importance of not having warrantless searches. Says the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against all reasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. So it's very clear the Fourth Amendment speaks about our rights as citizens. We the people, each one of us, including each of you, have a right to be free from unwarranted searches, and that includes searching every car that comes by and Some of the cameras have the access to even the cell phone data. And these are truly against, in my opinion, the Fourth Amendment. And we need to address that. And I think in speaking with Councilmember Magnum before, y'all are gonna be looking at that in the near future. And we, the people here in Pocatello and Chubbuck and the surrounding area, desire that these be removed and the contracts thereof. And thank you so much for all you're doing for the city. And thank you.
Okay, thank you, Stephen. And what Councilman Mangum was saying is correct, that we have had a lot of discussion and feedback about flock cameras. And so on August 13th at the work session, the council work session at 9 a.m., we will be discussing flock cameras and we'll have a presentation from police officials. We're not taking any action that day. We're having a discussion. It's not a public hearing, but it is discussing that matter. So if you'd like to come by or watch from home, that's happening on the 13th. Okay, moving along to agenda item 7, appointment confirmation of fire chief. Council may wish to confirm the mayor's appointment of Shane Grow as fire chief effective August 8th, 2026.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move to confirm your appointment of Shane Grow as the fire chief for the City of Pocatello Fire Department effective August 8th, 2026.
Second.
Okay, thank you. We have a first from Councilman Mangum, a second from Councilman Paulson, I believe. Aubriana, if you could call the roll.
Mangum,
Yes.
Paulson,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Satterfield,
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Okay, very good, and congratulations now, Chief Grow. We'll have the swearing in ceremony at this time.
I, Shane Grove,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Idaho,
and the Constitution of the State of Idaho,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of fire chief
of the office of fire chief
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Mayor, council, and members of the Pocatello community. Today it is with a profound sense of pride, humility, and responsibility that I officially step into the role of fire chief for the Pocatello Fire Department. The department has a rich history of bravery, professionalism, and unwavering service to Pocatello and Bannock County. I want to express my deepest gratitude to the leadership that came before me and to the dedicated men and women of this department who put everything on the line daily to keep us safe. As your chief, my promise to you is simple. We will remain a department built on readiness, integrity, and compassion. While our core mission is to help people, our vision moves forward. We will focus heavily on community risk reduction, proactive education, and ensuring our personnel have the resources and training necessary to serve you at the highest level. A fire department belongs to its community. Over the coming weeks and months, I look forward to meeting many of you, listening to your needs, and strengthening the bond between our stations and your neighborhood. Thank you for your trust, your support, and the opportunity to serve.
And Chief, would you like to take the opportunity to introduce your family members that are here?
Sure. My family's here in the front row. My wife, Jamie, my mom, Marcia, my sister, Erica, and her husband, Mike, my two sons, Luke and Max. Sweet. And then my extended family in the back. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all for being here, and especially spouses I know have a big job when folks are put into these roles. So thank you very much for, family and friends that are here. Also want to thank the fire department family, the fire department members that are here, our superior first responders, firefighters. So really appreciate the support. Certainly happy to have Shane or Chief Grow aboard as our fire chief. I believe it's 24 years of service, of progressive duties, of responsibilities. So I'm extremely optimistic that we're in great hands. This is a fun evening to celebrate. We celebrate with you. Thank you. Thank you all. All right. So we will move along with the public hearing. This is for the proposed fiscal year 2027 fee changes. All right, this is one of 3 public hearings, so I'm going to declare the public hearing open. At this time, if we could have staff provide a short presentation about the fee structure, the fee implementation.
Mayor, Council, Rich Morgan, Pokey Finance. The proposed fees before you, there are 2 changes that I'd like to point out from the schedule that you received about a month ago. This is what it looked like. Those changes were the fire department added an adjustment to the credit card convenience fee. It was 2.47 and we've changed that to 2.74. That's a fee that we get charged and we're just passing that on to recoup that cost. And planning and development added 2 new appeal request fees. The appeal request, no public hearing, is $200. And the appeal request with a public hearing is $200 plus $125. That helps cover those notice fees. If you have a public hearing, you've got to put a sign and those kinds of things on the land, and it helps cover those costs. So those are the only 2 changes from the last time that we've talked about it. This is the schedule that you received of changes. I would just point out that in a couple of weeks, what you'll be passing is the resolution, which looks like this and includes all of the city's fees.
Okay, thank you, Rich. And this is probably repeat information, but as you were alluding to, tonight we'll have public hearings on the fee changes, the foregone tax levy, and the proposed 2027 budget itself. However, council will not be voting this evening. We like to compile the comments. We have a work session next week where we take those into consideration. And then we will not vote to pass the budget until the 19th of August. So just public hearing informational tonight. So with that, I will open up the public testimony. Or first of all, Connie, have we had any written correspondence that's been submitted for the record on this agenda item?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Public testimony at this time. First of all, ask if anyone is here supporting the application and would like to speak. Seeing none, do we have testimony by any of those uncommitted to the application? Finally, anyone present that would like to testify that's opposed to the application? So if not, I am going to close the public hearing. I'm going to do this a lot tonight. And then we'll move on to agenda item 9, which is the public hearing proposed fiscal year 2027 foregone tax levy. With that, I'll declare public hearing number 2 open. Staff presentation.
Rich Morgan, Pokey Finance. Thank you, Mayor and Council, to be in front of you about the foregone amount. This is a change in law that's been about 2 or 3 years now. Idaho statute requires if you're going to use or if you're going to reserve the foregone that you pass a resolution to do so. The budget that we have proposed uses 1% of the available foregone that the city of Pocatello has, and the dollar amount is $375,000.
Mr. Mayor.
Okay, yes.
think there may be some education here that would be appropriate about what foregone tax is.
Sure,
If you can give a brief summary of that and how it functions,
you bet.
if it's possible to do it briefly.
I will try.
Yeah.
Property tax in Idaho, when a city sets their budget, they are allowed to choose from the highest of the last 3 years of budget. Usually that's the last year that you've had. That was the case this year. And so if we were to decide in our budgeting process that we weren't going to utilize that entire 3% increase, what we don't utilize, we are able to accrue into a foregone. It's just an accounting. It's not something that's levied until you use it, but it's just an accounting, and state statute allows you to access that when you need to and use it in a future budget.
So it's sort of like reserving property tax, because we didn't use it previously for another time.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Reserving the ability to use that in your budget. Yep, that is correct.
All right. And you can only use up to 3%?
So there are new limitations. That is correct. There's 1% on your M&O. That's regular maintenance and operations. You can use an additional 3%
Right.
on a capital use project. You have to be very specific in the resolution. We are not doing that this year. We're just doing 1%. So you could do a total of 4% of your foregone, if in the budget discussions that we've had, you decided that would be needed.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, Connie, have we had any written correspondence for the record?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll move along to the public testimony. Again, there's a 3-minute time limit. I'll ask for testimony from anyone here supporting the application. Okay, seeing none, I'll ask for testimony by those uncommitted to the application. And finally, ask for testimony for those opposed to the application. Okay, if not, the public hearing is closed. We'll move on to the next agenda item. Is the public hearing for the proposed fiscal year 2027 budget. This time has been set aside for the council to hear comments from the public regarding the proposed fiscal year 2027 budget. Open up this next and final public hearing, staff presentation, if you will.
Rich Morgan, Pokey Finance. Thank you, Mayor and Council. As noticed in the notice of public hearing that's been published, our total budget is $186.6 million. That is about a 7% increase over last year. That is pretty reasonable, taking into account the increase that we've scheduled on our previous year's property tax budget, the increase we have in shared revenues, the increase in fees that is proposed, all of those things, the grants that we are scheduling. The total property tax portion of that is $37.5 million. It's about 20% of the total. It's broken down by funds, the tax funds, enterprise funds. I'd be more than happy to entertain any questions if you had any. I think it's a really good, solid budget that we've put together.
Mr. Mayor, could you remind the public where they can see that budget in its entirety?
Yep. In fact, next council meeting, I'm going to take the opportunity to show that, but just verbally, you can go on our website. If you go under finance and if you go under budget, there is a new button that you can click. It's called Open Gov, and you click on that and you'll see all the stories. You'll see all the line items individually. There is no live update in that with AP as we go through the actuals, that live update. We're going to do that monthly, and we're going to start that on September. So that I don't want them looking for that, but they will see this budget. They will see all the detail of the budget and all of the items and stories and individual projects and things like that that the departments had included.
And by the way, that OpenGov is a huge step forward with our process. It's a very intuitive, user-friendly to the
Mhm.
public system that provides some pretty good detail, good stories. So I thank you, Finance Department, for implementing the OpenGov and building the budget there this year.
They've done a great job. I appreciate you recognizing them. My staff has done a great job.
Great. Do we have other questions of Rich? Okay, thank you for now. We may call you up later. Let's move on to well, first of all, any correspondence received in regard to the budget?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. This time we'll accept public testimony. We'll start out asking if anyone's present that would like to support the application and provide comments. Do we have anyone present that's uncommitted to the application that would like to provide comments? Yes, please. If you could state your name for us.
Hi, Karen Ludwig. I am uncommitted, I guess, just because I'd like more information. I saw the budget in the newspaper and I noticed that their item for the airport increases from 4.5 million to $20,080,000. So I'd like to know what that's about. I would like to make a comment about the airport while I have your ear for a minute. So I used to live in Puyallup, Washington, which was about 35 miles from SeaTac. And I had no problem driving to SeaTac to the airport, and I think most people in Metro Seattle use that airport and, drove between 30 minutes and an hour to get there. And I'd just like to suggest that we have a regional airport. I'm not sure why we're pouring money into Pocatello's airport when it does not seem like we're able to sustain this. We're having to do a big subsidy to Delta Airlines to try and keep flights, which bounce around from between 1 and 3 a day. And I just wonder why we're not sort of coming together with the whole Idaho Falls and regional community there to make one really great regional airport that we could, drive 45 miles to, be able to have direct flights, not have to go through Salt Lake for every single thing that we did. And I'm just disappointed to see us continue to sort of pour money into what seems like a failing proposition here when we could actually join together with Idaho Falls and make a really great airport.
Okay, thank you. A quick clarification, we aren't paying subsidies to Delta at this time. We haven't done that for quite some time. SkyWest services Pocatello now, and that's come without subsidy, and I believe it's been at least 3 years, Alan, 4 years since we paid subsidy. So that's no more happening, and I don't want to say too much for being, not have, but with that, and first of all, the airport, it goes way beyond just the terminal there. That's a big operation where we have leases and we have fire suppression. We have, many other things that happen out at the airport besides the commercial air service. And we'd be happy to sit down with you one-on-one and talk about that some more. I believe the big increase in the from 1 year to the next is a lot of times the airport will get grant revenue. And there's a certain project like with a big runway improvement where they'll get grant money. So it may appear as though money's coming out of the general budget to help pump up the operation there. But when we do get these big multi-million-dollar grants, we do have to include those in the budget. So I know we can talk more, happy to talk with you more one-on-one, but that's just some brief comments there. Okay, do we have anyone else neutral to the application? Okay, and if not, we'll ask for those that are opposed to the application. I must say I'm a little bit in awe. So, okay, well, thank you. So with that, I'm not sure if staff has anything else, Rich, you'd like to present.
You answered the question that was asked.
Okay, thank you. With that, we'll close the public hearing. Agenda item 10 is short plat application for HAC subdivision. Council may wish to approve a short plat application by Jordan Phillips, represented by Jose Nava, to subdivide 9.11 acres more or less to sorry, getting into the nitty gritty, into 4 lots with a 90-foot wide property access and public utility easement. This property is located at approximately 225 feet west of the intersection of South Valley Road and South Fifth Avenue and will be known as HAC subdivision.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move to approve the short plat application for HAC subdivision as outlined in agenda item 11.
Second.
Okay, thank you. We have a first from Councilman Mangum, a second from Councilwoman Swanson. Aubriana, please call the roll.
Mangum,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Paulson,
Yes.
Satterfield.
Yes.
Agenda item 12 is a short plat application, Grayside subdivision. Council may wish to consider a short plat application by Grayside Properties LLC, represented by Stuart Ward of Dioptra LLC, to subdivide 0.7 acres more or less of a parcel with 3 lots total, with a 20-foot wide private access and public utility easement. The property is located at approximately 1389 West Quinn Road and will be known as Grayside subdivision.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move to approve the short plat application for Grayside subdivision as outlined in agenda item 12.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, we have a first from Councilman Mangum, a second from Councilman Bates. Aubriana, please call the roll.
Mangum,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Paulson,
Yes.
Satterfield,
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Agenda item 13, IFT Foundation Fund Grant Application for Upper City Creek Trail Project. Council may wish to approve submission of an IFT Foundation grant for the Upper City Creek Trail Project in the amount of $10,000. And if awarded, authorize acceptance of the award and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review. There is no required match. The funding will construct beginner and adaptive mountain biking trails in City Creek, along with a skills loop with constructed technical features for practice.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I move to approve agenda item number 13, the IFT Foundation Fund Grant Application for Upper City Creek Trail Project.
Second.
Okay, we have a first from Councilman Swanson, a second from Councilwoman Satterfield. Aubriana, please call the roll.
Swanson,
Yes.
Satterfield,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Mangum,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
Agenda item 14, WPC Biogas Evaluation Contract for Keller Associates, Inc. Council may wish to approve an amended contract with Keller Associates, Inc. in the amount of $83,930 for the evaluation of a new beneficial use of the biogas produced at the City of Pocatello Water Pollution Control Treatment Facility and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review. Funds are available in WC 26 budget. Yes.
Sorry, Mr. Mayor. I move to approve agenda item number 14 as listed.
Thank you.
Second.
Okay, looks like we have a question.
Yeah. I'd just like to have Levi come up and give some background to the situation.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Levi Adams, WPC Superintendent. For the last 40 plus years, the City of Pocatello has captured its biogas that is created off of its digesters and ran it through generators and created power. We sold that power back to Idaho Power. Here in the past few years, the contract was up from Idaho Power, and the new terms of that contract were not nearly as favorable to the City of Pocatello as they originally were. That being said, the revenue that we've created during that project has greatly diminished. And then again, with the increased costs in maintaining the older equipment and, excuse me, and the keep up and the running the equipment, we went from making quite a bit of money over the years to now it costs us a couple thousand a month just to continue running this. The current situation is we flare off our biogas. Essentially, it's ran through a torch and burned off. This is a pretty common practice in the wastewater world. but it's not a very good beneficial use. We have a product that is beneficial. We should be able to use it in something, and we need to do a study to find out what the best use of that biogas is. Whether it's an upgraded generator system, whether it's turbines, whether it's creating clean natural gas and putting it back into the natural gas system that we have, throughout the city. We're not sure what that is, so we need some expert advice, and that's what we're looking for is with this contract.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Levi. Okay, with that, we do have a first from Councilman Nichols and a second from Councilman Mangum. Aubriana, if you could call the roll.
Nichols,
Yes.
Mangum,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Paulson,
Yes.
Satterfield,
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Agenda item 15, special event exception drive-through Christmas light show. Council may wish to authorize a special event exception for Dr. Bryden Belknap, representing Belknap Orthodontics, to allow for an annual Christmas light display in Lower Ross Park in December and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review. City Code 12.36.025 requires city-owned parks and public spaces to be closed for 1 hour after sunset. The proposed event will take place in mid-December between the hours of 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. for 3 evenings. And this is a nice project. I'd like to ask our Parks and Rec Director, Ann Butler, to come talk more about this.
Good evening, Ann Butler, Parks and Recreation Director. Dr. Belknap is here tonight, so if you have questions for him, I'd be happy to pass the baton. But this is a good project. Basically, what he's hoping to do is have a community event, a drive-through Christmas light displays from local businesses they'd set those up for the 3 evenings. We are here today to make sure we cover that exception to the city code since it's dark in December about 6 p.m. So we feel like this is a good location in Lower Ross Park where it will have minimal impact on the neighborhood.
Mr. Mayor,
Thanks, Ann. Yes.
can I speak to Dr.?
Absolutely. Come on up.
Hello.
All I want to say is thank you for putting this together. Anything that brings the community together, anything that makes the children smile, anything that reminds us that we're all big kids, even if we're past the age of Hayden. You're younger than me, though. So thank you. That's all I want to say is thank you. I appreciate this.
Of course, thank you, and thank you for the consideration. And any other questions about the proposed event?
No, or anything else you'd like to explain about it or
Yeah,
about the project?
kind of came from experience living away while my wife and I were in school, and they had these type of events. You just go and drive through, and there's awesome light displays, and it's fun, and thought it'd be fun to bring that to Pocatello, and been grateful to and be able to coordinate this and work through some iterations of it. But basically, an opportunity to just drive through, possibly have us be able to pull off into the Ross Park swimming pool parking lot and have maybe hot chocolate and donuts, and just a place to be together as a community. I love Pocatello. Super grateful to be able to come back here after being away and see it with new eyes, and see how great of a place it is and how much we have to be grateful for here. And this is just one of the cool things I think we could do to bring some people together, bring businesses together, bring the community together. And so I'm hoping we can make it happen.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving back to your community. And thank you for coming back.
Of
It is
course.
a great place.
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
So, Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move that we approve agenda item 15 as outlined.
Second.
Right, we have a first from Councilman Mangum, a second from Councilman Paulson. Aubriana, please call the roll.
Mangum,
Yes.
Paulson,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Satterfield,
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Agenda item 16, piggyback bid acceptance for remote control mowers for the Parks and Rec Department. Council may wish to accept the piggyback bid of Sourcewell contract via RC mowers for the purchase of one remote control 60-inch mower in the amount of $73,901.31 and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes,
I'd like to ask some questions of staff.
sure thing. Ann?
And Butler Parks and Recreation Director.
So you're looking to get one mower here.
Yes.
Where will this mower be deployed?
So it will be deployed. It's a 60-inch mower deck on tracks. So we'll mostly use it on our trailheads, along our hillsides, stormwater retention areas like Legacy Park, for example. I'm anticipating the street department would probably be asking to borrow it a time or two for some of their locations. Anything that's steep, this is going to be the best avenue for.
So because there's a lot of steep places throughout our area, is this one enough? Are you looking to purchase more in the future, or do you think this will suffice?
I think this one should last for quite a while, and we'll see how much ground we can cover with it. I don't know exactly, but I do think we're still going to need gang mowers and some hand mowers and things like that. But if it works really well and there's a need or new technology that's out there, then of course I'll be coming back your way to ask for some new toys.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ann.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I move we approve agenda item number 16, the piggyback acceptance for RC mowers for the Parks and Recreation Department.
Second.
Okay, I didn't quite hear who the second was from.
It was Satterfield.
Okay, Satterfield. All right, we have a first from Councilwoman Swanson, second from Councilwoman Satterfield. Aubriana, please call the roll.
Swanson,
Yes.
Satterfield,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Mangum,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Paulson.
Yes.
Agenda item 17, master lease agreement, the Bancorp Bank. Council may wish to approve a master lease agreement with the Bancorp Bank establishing the general terms and conditions governing current and future lease financing transactions and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review. Future acquisitions will utilize budgetary appropriations and if they exceed applicable purchasing thresholds, will be presented to the council as a separate lease schedule for approval.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move to approve agenda item 17, master lease agreement with Bancorp Bank, as outlined in agenda item 17.
Thank
Second.
you. Okay, we have a first from Councilman Mangum, a second from Councilwoman Swanson. Aubriana, please call the roll.
Mangum,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Paulson,
Yes.
Satterfield.
Yes.
Agenda item number 18, resolution/airport lease agreement, Pocatello TMX. Council may wish to adopt a resolution and approve a lease agreement between the city of Pocatello TMX for approximately 13.7 acres of property at the airport for the purpose of operating a motocross speedway and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to the legal department review. The lease term will be 5 years and the rental rate will be $6,199.79 per year with annual increases according to the CPI.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, please, Councilwoman Swanson.
I move that we approve agenda item 18, the resolution for the airport lease agreement with Pocatello TMX as outlined.
Thank you.
second.
Okay, we have a second from first from Councilwoman Swanson, a second from Councilman Mangum. Aubriana, please call the roll.
Swanson,
Yes.
Mangum,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Paulson,
Yes.
Satterfield.
Yes.
Agenda item 19, airport concession agreement, Common Land LLC. Council may wish to approve a concession agreement with Common Land LLC for the placement of up to 2 food and beverage / merchandise vending machines inside the airport terminal and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review. The agreement will be for a 2-year term and the concession fee will be $1 for the first 6 months, and thereafter will be 7% of gross sales above $400 per month.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move that we approve agenda item 19, the airport concession agreement as listed.
Second.
Okay, we have a first from Councilman Mangum, a second from Councilwoman Swanson. Aubriana, please call the roll.
Mangum,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Paulson,
Yes.
Satterfield.
Yes.
Agenda item 20, change order number 1, Monta Vista to Pocatello Creek Road Pathway Project. Council may wish to consider approve change order number 1 for the Monta Vista to Pocatello Creek Road Pathway Project with the contractor RS Jobber Inc. in the amount of $115,076.20 and authorize the mayor's signature on all pertinent documents subject to legal department review. Funding for the local match has been provided by local nonprofit organizations, and the required local match for this change order is available in Fund 71.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
I would move to approve agenda item 20, the change order number 1 for Monta Vista to Pocatello Creek Road Pathway Project as outlined in agenda item 20.
Second.
Okay, we have a first from Councilman Mangum, a second from Councilwoman Satterfield. Aubriana, please call the roll.
Mangum,
Yes.
Satterfield,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Paulson,
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Agenda item 21, addendum state/local agreement for the Center Street Railroad Bridge Underpass Rehab Project, Idaho Transportation Department. Council may wish to approve an addendum state/local agreement for the Center Street Railroad Bridge Underpass Rehab Project, key number 12096, between the Idaho Transportation Department and the City of Pocatello, and authorize the mayor's signature on all applicable documents subject to legal department review. The project has been awarded $1 million of federal aid through the Large Urban Program to contribute to the project's overall cost. Council may also wish to authorize the match payment of $73,400, which will be applied toward the required overall match amount. The match requirement for this project is 7.34% of the program cost, and funding has been allocated in Fund 70 to cover these expenses.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
we have a presentation from staff regarding this project. It's where it's at currently and how much more we got to go, and just an overview.
Or do you want any discussion about the $1 million allocation, or should we just go right into kind of an update about the project?
To me, it makes sense.
Self-explanatory. Okay.
Good evening, Mayor Dahlquist. Good evening, council members. My name is Mariela Mejia, and I'm the project manager. So I would like to talk a little bit about this item, and I will proceed and answer the question that you have. So last year, the Center Street Underpass project has been awarded $1 million in federal aid through the Large Urban Program to help the overall project cost. Execution of the state-local agreement is required to authorize the local Highway Technical Advisory Council, LTAC, to allocate these federal funds to the project. The project requires a local match equal to 7.34% of the program project cost. In this case, the 7.34% of the $1 million is $73,400. Approval for this match payment is necessary to utilize the federal funding for the Center Street Underpass project. So without making this payment amount, this match payment amount, LTAC is not able to use that funding. Now you want to, sorry, Council Mangum, you want to know an update about the project. Is that
Yes,
okay? Is that
yes,
correct? Okay, I would like to call Scott Stacy. He is a licensed engineer from Civil Science. He is the one who is providing the construction engineering and inspection services, and I would like him to help you with that.
Scott Stacy, Mayor and Council. An update on the project. Cannon Construction is nearing completion with the retaining walls in the southeast and southwest corner. They poured, replaced the curb and gutter on the southeast side, and they finished the sidewalk this morning on the southwest side. We have started drilling the drilled shafts for the pile on walls number 1, which is the northwest side. When those are finished with the drill, they will move over to the northeast side, and we'll start the excavation and placing the sheets down between the piling. I think on the 17th, we're hoping to change the pedestrian traffic to the new sidewalk and start that excavation on the other side. A great deal of time was taken in with the railroad in trying to put in the piling. We have worked through some issues now with UP and the ability to work when the trains are present. When the trains are close and they're within 25 feet, all work has to shut down. We've talked with them, and as long as the crane is not where it can foul the tracks, they'll be able to work. We also brought in a low-profile drill to help us with that. That is able to work while the trains they're close. So we're hoping to speed up walls 1 and 3, which are on the north side. Is there any questions, or did I leave anything out?
So Scott, that's really good news about the railroad where you can proceed, because it's my understanding when a train was there at all, parked or passing by, pretty much everything had to stop. So it sounds like, and that really slowed everything down.
Within 25 feet, they still have to do that, but once it's stopped, the train has stopped, and if it's there for a long period of time and we're using something that wouldn't foul the tracks, they've allowed that to happen, to continue to finish the hole or to do that.
Okay.
So
And we didn't have that luxury on the south side.
No. No.
So, yes, please.
Is there an estimate of the time left on this project? How much time do you think it would take before that underpass is fully accessible?
I hate
I
to
know.
put a date to it because we've only drilled a few holes on the north side. We hit a bunch of boulders on the south side, which really slowed progress down.
Let's say if we do hit the same amount of boulders on the other side.
This side will go, regardless, this side will go much faster because they're working in parallel.
Yeah.
So we've already started putting the piling in on the east side. I'm
Range?
hoping,
I kind of get the same answer.
Best case, worst case.
probably worst case, it'll be later, probably November, December, worst case. Now, we will be able to probably open the road prior to that because some of the work will be off the roadway. We still have a building to build and some other things like that. So
Okay.
best case, I'm hoping October-ish to
Thank you.
be done.
That's a better answer than what I got last time. I'm thrilled with that.
Just gotta bump that.
Best case.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. Is there any other questions?
Well, I'll just point out that for quite a while, Cannon Builders, like starting a couple of months ago, Tom, they doubled their crew there. They now have 2 crews, and Tom and Mike and I are on every weekly or semi-weekly call pleading, asking about dates, what can you do? Cannon is responding well, but those issues with boulders and the railroad, there have been many things beyond our control that slowed it down. And I'm with you, like phase 2 on the other side, we're more optimistic. And what the street department did is we've been talking to a lot of business owners downtown. There's really great upgraded signage now that if you drive on 4th and Clark and 5th and Clark and Benton and 5th, there are signs that are pointing people to either the east side business district or the west side. So we've really elevated our signage there and trying to keep merchants updated as soon as possible. So kudos to the staff and Cannon Builders. I feel like you go down there and they're working. It's not sitting idle there. We're really all hands on deck with this.
Yes, and I've really appreciated working with Mariella and Tom and Mike. They have been great to work with, and they've expressed the desire to complete this as timely as possible. So I appreciate that.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
Scott.
Mr. Mayor, with that, I would like to move that we approve agenda item 21 as outlined.
Second?
Okay, thank you. We have a first from Councilman Mangum, a second from Councilwoman Satterfield. Aubriana, please call the roll.
Mangum,
Yes.
Satterfield,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Nichols,
Yes.
Paulson,
Yes.
Swanson.
Yes.
Item 22 is change order number 6 for the Center Street Railroad Bridge underpass. Council may wish to approve change order number 6 in the amount of $708,808 for the Center Street Railroad Bridge underpass project between the Idaho Transportation Department and the City of Pocatello, and authorize the mayor's signature on all applicable documents subject to legal department review. This proposed change order covers the additional shoring design services required by Union Pacific's requirements for the project. The cost of this change order will be paid from project funding source, and no additional project funding is required.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
Move to approve agenda item number 22 as listed.
Second?
Thank you. We have a first from Councilman Nichols, a second from Councilwoman Swanson. Aubriana, please call the roll.
Nichols,
Yes.
Swanson,
Yes.
Bates,
Yes.
Mangum,
Yes.
Paulson,
Yes.
Satterfield.
Yes.
Great. Want to thank everyone for your attendance tonight. With that, we are adjourned.